Afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Bhupesh once again for you all, and please subscribe our channel if you have not for the best OET guidance and the best strategies, tips, and tricks to pass your listening, reading, writing, and speaking exam. So now we are going to discuss about listening, which we did yesterday. So I will be little fast, but there are few things that you should always know. Always know. Yesterday we did not record the session, but today I'm just going to record the few points which are important. Like whenever you get the first 90 seconds in your listening, that means in those 90 seconds you should try to remember all the questions, only questions, no options. Toby explains sports people fear getting hamstring injuries because. So my question is simple, only why? Why? Why is the question? Why people fear getting the hamstring injuries? Toby explained that hamstring injuries are common in sports, what kind of sports do you get these injuries? This question was damn easy question. Then, but we were talking about elimination method and all those things. Then there was this question in terms of preventing hamstring injuries. uh, Toby mentions that sports people need to. What do they need to do? So we were talking about eliminations and all that stuff. Then there was this question was very important for elimination, and there was another thing that was important for elimination. So I'm just going to tell about few points and let's see how it goes. I will play it as well so that you can all listen to it. Why did we do which answer? So I'm just going to play with 31st question and we will go quickly. It would be just 10 minutes video to explain what listening is all about. So these 10 seconds will definitely improve your listening. Let's see. Okay.
Guest today is a sports injury.
So first question was why? Why sports people have fear of getting hamstring injuries?
Specialist called Toby Walsh. We're going to be talking about hamstring injuries. Toby, hamstring injuries are something sports people at all levels of ability fear getting. Why is this?
Well, you're right. Hamstrings are the most significant injury in a number of team sports, including football and rugby. But any sports person could be affected. I think, looking at the statistics, hamstring injuries account for the largest number of lost playing hours amongst professional footballers.
So they say that it is a kind of injury that helps, that basically let the player lose number of hours. So according to this, A should be my answer because losing of hour means that it takes a long time to recover. It takes a long time to recover. So according to that, answer should be A. But now listen.
Even though the average injury only takes about 3 weeks to heal, more worrying for the individual is that once they've had...
This is the main word. That is what happens in the final exam, that it's easy to listen when I am teaching you. But in the final exam, what's going to happen? You have to keep your ears open till the end. Otherwise, you will do number of hours lost. That means the player is not playing. That means it is taking a long time to recover. But now the main point was more worrying. This was the word.
Injuries account for the largest number of lost playing hours amongst professional footballers.
The largest number of lost hours means that sports person has lost hours. That means he was not playing. Okay.
Even though the average injury only takes about 3 weeks to heal.
Now this is elimination. Even though average injury takes only 3 weeks. Now I eliminate. Please understand elimination. This is what I want to teach you both in reading and listening. Now he says, first line he says, largest lost hours will feel like long time to recover. But then he said only 3 to 4 weeks to recover. So you think, eliminated, okay?
Worrying for the individual is that once they've had such an injury, the chance of sustaining another one in the same season is as high as 20%. Statistics, hamstring injuries account for the largest number of lost playing hours amongst professional footballers. Even though the average injury only takes about 3 weeks to heal. More worrying for the individual.
More worrying for the individual is
that once they've had such an injury, the chance of sustaining another one in the same season is as high as 20%.
So then you understand recurrence. Recurrence means reoccurrence, that it can occur again. So re word is always goes with again. let's revise our syllabus. That means you have already done your syllabus, you are just revising it. Revising. Reword is something, repeat, re-energize, revitalize. Reword is always for again. So chances of sustaining another injury is again. So that is how you do the answer. And these kind of questions we are supposed to do in the final exam. Now let's go to the 30-second question.
So it can become the thorn in the player's side to these injuries than others. And everyone's chance of tearing the muscle increases with age. But apart,
so everybody having the injury, chances of tearing increases with age. Then you feel like, age's word is given. So you have to listen to it carefully. With the age, this injury has more chances of happening. So they are not saying it is popular with all kind of ages. Please understand again. If you have more age, then chances are more. That means it is not popular with different ages because it is not popular with young age. Please understand. Again, this is elimination. Means it gives you surety that you are going in the. Otherwise, some people can do direct answers as well. But what gives you surety? With age, you have more chances. That means it is not popular with all the ages, with different ages. It is not popular with young age as well. Okay.
that, they're generally the result of short bursts of movement, like sprinting or suddenly changing direction.
I was trying to recall again and again what was the main thing I wanted to teach you. Apart from elimination, certain word is a very good word. It is an adverb. I told you yesterday that adverbs are very important, like ly words, only, exclusively. They should be eliminated. In the same way, certain word is also a word of elimination. But in this case, he will say in short burst of movement such as or like, then he will specify. Certain means specific kind of movements. So in this we are not eliminating this because now he will talk about what kind of, he will talk about certain ways.
For these injuries than others, and everyone's chance of tearing the muscle increases with age. But apart from that, they're generally the result of short bursts.
They are generally the results of short bursts. Burst means pressure. Short burst, that in a quick way you move.
Movements like sprinting or suddenly changing direction.
Like sprinting and changing directions. That is where hamstring injury happens. That means he is telling you specific ways. That is where this answer becomes C. Otherwise, certain is a word, 90% we do elimination. But in this particular thing, we are not eliminating it because he is telling certain ways, like sprinting, like sideways, all of a sudden.
And they happen more in certain sports because these are just the sort of movements that players are making. They happen most often at the end of what we call the swing phase of running, just before the outstretched leg hits the ground and the muscles contract to bend the knee.
But I'm sure there are ways to prevent these injuries.
Well, looking after the muscles themselves obviously helps here. You can do various exercises that actually strengthen the hamstrings and so make them less prone to injury. And of course, warming up before.
Now the question is, sportsmen need to. Need to means should. What does sports people should do? What should they do?
Exercise is crucial in avoiding all sorts of muscle strains. And
exercise is crucial in avoiding all kind of these things.
People know that. But that isn't the whole story. One interesting finding is that a lot of people who develop hamstring injuries have coexisting back problems.
Now, this is the thing he's changing. The people who have hamstrings have the back problems.
There would seem to be a correlation. By loosening up the lower back, you also help the nerve.
By loosening the lower back, you will also help the nerve
that control the hamstring.
So that means back is another part of the body that is leading to this kind of injury. So if you will cure your back or avoid the back strain, then chances of hamstring will be less. So what should people need to do? They need to maintain ease of movement in another part of the body, that is back.
Flexibility there allows the muscles to function as they should, and there are and sports people know that. But that isn't the whole story. will make them less prone to injury.
Mm.
And of course, warming up before exercise is crucial in avoiding all sorts of muscle strains. And sports people know that. But that isn't.
Warming up exercise is crucial in avoiding all kind of injuries. That means warm up exercise are not increasing the risk. That's true. But again, the point is not about that warm up exercise will prevent injuries. But what do they need to do? Again, now he will speak.
Story. One interesting finding is that a lot of people who develop hamstring injuries have coexisting back problems, and there would seem to be a correlation. By loosening up the lower back, you also help the nerve.
By loosening up the lower back, ease of movement, loosening up.
That control the hamstring. Flexibility there allows.
Flexibility there, ease of movement. Flexibility is another word. So if you have flexibility there, then chances of hamstring will be less.
Muscles to function as they should, and there are exercises people can do to help that.
Mm. And is the risk of hamstring?
Okay, now there's
37.
34th question. I would be honest to you, even though I'm recording it, was wrong question. I did wrong. So 36th is something that I wanted to teach you as well.
And things like heat and massage can be just as damaging as movement itself. Actually, you want to stop any swelling as soon as possible. That's your priority.
So reduce.
You're going to apply compression bandages and possibly ice.
So
although there's some debate about that these days, it does ease the discomfort.
This answer was easy and the answer was B, but I'm worried about 36th question. There is something good to teach you. So again, I told you about adverbs and things. So in these sentences, some cases have higher chances of being an answer because he is not saying all the cases. And then may is a very important word which normally is our answer as per our method. May means again possibility. So any option that is giving possibilities by mentioning the words like some, may, they have chances of being an answer. Now in the other two cases, if you say it is hard to predict how long it will take in each case means in every case. Treatment can be counterproductive in less severe cases. That means even if he says treatment can be counterproductive, even then this is not my answer because I have to listen to the word in less severe cases. That is what elimination method is. Elimination method means they have to complete the sentence. They have to say treatment can be counterproductive in less severe cases. In mild cases, mild means less severe. So he has to speak that word. If it does not speak less severe cases, then it is not my answer. Now listen to it.
And you'll certainly elevate the leg and make sure the patient rests up.
And how long will the athlete be out of action?
Well, as I say, that's going to depend on the severity of the injury. They'll have to rest up for...
Now this is the question. How long it will take? It depends upon the severity of the injury.
72 hours, whatever happens, to avoid causing further damage. And things like heat and massage.
He never said. He said it depends upon the severity of the cases. So we can connect it. Maybe he's talking about each case, that it depends upon the severity. But he also did not say it is hard to predict. See again.
And you'll certainly elevate the leg and make sure the patient rests up.
And how long will the athlete be out of action?
Well, as I say, that's going to depend on the severity of the injury. They'll have to rest up for 7.
He never said the word hard. These are the small things you have to notice. He did not say it is hard to predict. All right, let's listen.
2 hours, whatever happens, to avoid causing further damage. And things like heat and massage can be just as damaging as movement.
Heat and massage can be damaging. So good students can feel it that heat and massage are damaging. That means treatment can be counterproductive because it is damaging. Counter means opposite. Productive means positive. So opposite to positive means treatment can be negative. And that is what he is saying. Heat and massage can be negative. But he will not say in the less severe cases.
Itself.
Oh.
They'll have to rest up for 72 hours, whatever happens, to avoid causing further damage. And things like heat and massage can be just as damaging as movement itself.
Oh.
A grade 3 injury can take months to heal and can be career-threatening for top athletes. But what's more,
So can take months to heal and can be means maybe career threatening.
lack of use can lead to the development of scar tissue and muscle shrinkage. In other words, the muscles won't return to their former state,
Muscles will not return.
even if the tear or strain itself heals. So part of my job is to ensure that
The muscles will not return means that effect may be permanent in some cases. So maybe and some cases takes our answer to it. These were the main key points we learned yesterday from the listening we did. Thanks to the buddy whose listening is this. Again, being Dr. BK Moistures, my job is to tell you how to do listenings. Please listen to this video 1, 2, 3, 10 times, up to you guys, till the time you don't understand this element. It appears easy and it is easy once you know it. Just like driving, just like swimming, everything is easy. Everything is easy. Till the time you don't learn it, it is difficult. Once you learn this elimination method by understanding, he mentioned that heat and massage can be counterproductive, but he did not say in the less severe cases. That means sentence is incomplete and we can eliminate it. This is the main thing you have to learn. And certain word has to be eliminated. But when he said that short burst of movement like sprinting and sideways movement, that means he is saying certain kind of movements. He is mentioning certain movements, specific movements like sprinting and this. So that is where that answer becomes certain wala, even though it should be eliminated, but we did not eliminate because he talked about certain exercises. Again, this is Dr. Bhupesh. Thank you very much. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Thank you.